Okay, so I'm live once again. In the afternoon. The time is approximately, where is it? It is 3:03 p.m. in the afternoon here in the northeast of England. Yes. Oh, I managed to drink some wine last night. Just in case anyone was wanting to know that. Probably not. But it tasted like crap. I know what was wrong with it. Like, I hadn't even opened the bottle. It was a fresh bottle. I don't know. Does anyone know if wine can go off when it's still sealed up in a bottle? Anyone know? I'll say that again just in case, because I don't think there's anyone here. Does anyone know if white wine, can go off if you keep it in the bottle with the cap on and you haven't like opened it for a while? Could it still go off? Because I thought wine lasted years, but mine tasted a bit weird last night. My wine that was sealed up. Yeah. Does anyone know? Don't say me texts are not working again today. It will just be my sudden luck. Excuse me. I think I've got a bad chest and a half. What do you do when the text isn't working? I guess you got to start your phone again, haven't you? Restart or something. I did that yesterday. It seemed to work sometimes. So what's everyone up to today then? Anything interesting? Aha. Hello there, Peter Rowe. How are you doing? Thanks for confirming that the text is working at the minute. Because sometimes I end up talking to myself in here, thinking no one's answering us, and the bloody text is just not working. It's a glitch. So I have to try and find out sometimes if it's working or not. So I know where I stand, so to speak. Where are you from, Peter? Are you from the UK? Or a different country? It goes off if you open it though, doesn't it? If you once you've opened the bottle, and if you don't drink it for like a week, doesn't it go off? Or a few days? Because because I read it up online. I think I read it up online. I have heard it somewhere. If that's true, like. Someone told us to keep it in the fridge once you've opened it. Yeah. Do you know how many days it lasts before it goes off when you open it? And do you have to put it in the fridge? Are you from the UK, Peter, or the northeast of England, or anywhere? I'd love to know when you go live, the selfie camera's always backwards, even though I've got the camera on my phone set the right way around. It's kind of weird. All right, 3 or 4 days. So if it's any older than that, you should just chuck it out, right? Because I've got a bottle opened from like maybe a month or two ago. I better not drink that then. Because what happens is I usually have to take painkillers on the night time more often than not. So I haven't been drinking the wine, and some days I open it, drink a bit, and then I can't have any more of the wine from the same bottle rather for a while because I've got to take the painkiller. So then the wine ends up going off. But when I was doing that in the first place, I didn't know it actually did go off until I found out. So somehow, oh yeah, from South Shields, South Shields. All right, very good. Do you live next to the beach? And the fairground and all that stuff, and the lakes. The lake, rather, not lakes. Yeah, it's a nice lake down there with the boats in it, and the train, and the little train going around the lake on the little railway line. That little high-speed train. Hello there, Wenda. And where are you from? And how are you doing today? I've just had to contact the local bike shop because my bike's broke. The back bloody tire's gone down again. I can't get it back up. I need a new tire, actually, not just a new inner tube. I need a puncture-resistant tire if he's got one, or he can order one. He seems reluctant to order them ones in for some reason. All right, Canada, the home of the what's it called? Mountie Police or something? Dudley Do Right and all that stuff. Played by Brendan Fraser. Dudley Do Right, remember that film? Dudley Do Right, Brendan Fraser with Sarah Jessica Parker, I think, was in it. Glad to hear you're doing well. And I use too into paranormal stuff. I just did you just come in here like because you saw it on the shorts thing on here on YouTube, and you didn't know what it was about, type of thing? Me, I'm from the United Kingdom, otherwise known as England in Great Britain. I don't know why it's got so many names like Great Britain, England, the United Kingdom. Is there any more? The British Isles. Hello there, Dan. What's that? The gel what? Gel in a tub. Gel in a tub. Oh, is that the slime stuff? Self-healing puncture resistant if you want, mate. Is that the slime stuff you put inside of the inner tube, Dan? Thanks very much for offering, by the way. How do you get it inside the inner tube? Do you have to pump it in through the valve or something? I've got some slime in there, but it stopped working. The hole must be too big or something. I don't know what's happened. My friend temporarily patched it up with a piece of inner tube, and then he put some electrician's tape around it. But now it's just the air's just coming out again as soon as you pump it up. Yes, you could say that, Manilow. Are you Barry Manilow? Oh, Mandy. What's the rest of the words? I don't already know. Oh, Mandy. At the Copacabana. All right. You mean you can buy the inner tubes already done? Where do you buy them from? On eBay or somewhere? So do you think that the well, that's good to hear, Barry. I'm glad you joined me stream. I enjoy some of your music. Um, so if the hole's too big, Dan, will the slime not work? Or will it still work if you put some new slime in? You know, because there's already some slime in there from a while ago. We've got Barry Manilow in tonight. I mean, this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please, everyone, say hello to Barry. If you've ever seen the film called Can't Hardly Wait, that film, they mentioned Barry Manilow in that film quite a lot, I think, as far as I remember. Mandy keeps coming on the radio. So. I can't remember offhand there, Dan. I did write it down somewhere or something. Sugar. I'm hoping to remember and things like that. Was it a 15 something or something? I'm not sure though. Maybe 20. All right. Thanks very much, Wender. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you to do so. I'm nothing special though. I'm just some guy from the northeast of England who makes videos on YouTube and tries to communicate with ghosts, spirits sometimes, and gets beaten up by them and stuff on a daily and nightly basis. Do any of you do the ghost stuff, like paranormal investigating or trying to communicate with spirits, or some of you maybe relatives has sadly passed away or anything? I tried to get in touch with my dad a few times, but I don't think I've succeeded so far. Probably because I was in the wrong place, more than likely. That's why I never trust these people, on YouTube, where they have like some sort of spirit box in front of them in the house, and they're just sitting there trying to talk to Matthew Perry or Robin Williams or something through that spirit box. And I don't think you can do that. You have to go to where they are. Do you know what I mean? You can't do it like, say, in another country, and Robin Williams passed away in the US of A, and you're in the UK and you're miles away. I don't think it works like that. I don't think it does. They will be 26. I think they're the smaller size, actually. It might be the 26 one, maybe. Does it make it? All right. I thought you had to put the slime into the inner tube, though, Dan. I thought you had to pump it, squirt it in, you know? That's what I thought. Are you in South Shields, Dan? I forgot where you said you were from. I've actually contacted the guy at the bike show, though. Bike shop, not bike show. All right, but you can squirt it in as well, though, can't you? If you know what you're doing, like, type of thing. Walker. All right, yeah, Walker. I'll just think of the crisps and I'll remember where you're from. Walker. Is Walker directly across from Bill Key, Dan, where the three flats are, amongst the trees, or next to some trees below the flats? Because I often go to Bill Key Farm and I can see the three flats across the river. Somebody told me that was Walker across there. Is that correct? All right. Well, thanks for clearing that one up, Dan. So, how do you get across the Bill Key? Do you just swim across, or you got a little boat with a like a like a rowing boat or something? Because I'm useless without my bike. Like I can't go anywhere really. Maybe to go across the road down the street. That's about it. Oh, the tunnel. The tunnel's a bit further down, though, isn't it, from where you are? Do you mean the pedestrian tunnel? Are you allowed to get like a boat and just go across in the boat? Well, the migrants seem to have no problem with that. But they're not just going across the river; they're going across the ocean. But I'm stuttering now. Proves I haven't had much sleep. I can't even talk properly. I'm talking complete and utter gibberish. I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's the usual. Like, what's the difference? Oh, hang on a minute. I've just dropped something on the floor. I don't know what it was. It's disappeared. It's disappeared. I wonder why they didn't put a bridge across the river between Jarrow and Howden. Instead they choose to have a tunnel or tunnels. By the way, if anyone's offended by me Christmas pajamas, well, you know where the door is. If you don't fancy hanging around, if they make you feel nauseous or anything, you might start going. It could happen. I don't know. We don't want anyone puking up in the chat. Is there anyone here that often goes to Jarrow Cemetery, by any chance? I'm guessing there probably isn't, but I just thought I'd ask. Uh-oh. Don't say the text stopped working. Dan, are you still there? I think the text might have stopped working. All right. You're in Heaven. What do you mean, Heaven 1? Is there a shop or something? A bar? What's 1? You said you were in Heaven 1 last night. Is there a Heaven number 2? And I'm in the number 1. If I am, and nobody told us it was number 2. I wonder if there's a Jarrow number 1, a Jarrow number 2 as well, just to match up, You were in Heaven Cemetery last night. Get out of the city. You weren't. What were you doing in there? Like, what time were you in? Well, I now know the guy that locks the place up. By the way, he's called Anthony. All right, you didn't shoot any video where they were in there or anything. Are you the guy I was speaking to ages ago on my YouTube, where you went to North Shields to that place where there's like a lake with a bridge and stuff, and you went down? You were trying to find St. Bede's Monastery, and you're on the bridge overlooking the River Don. Hiya, Paul. How are you doing today? Sorry I left in a hurry last night. Something came up, so to speak. It wasn't you. I just wondered because he's got a bike as well. The other guy, I thought it might be the same. You might have been the same person. Yeah, that's good to hear. Good to hear. Glad you're doing well. I've had not enough sleep again. I keep waking up too early and kind of get back to sleep. I keep waking up restless and wild. Well, not so much the wild bit, but the restless bit. And me hands all knacked up. I can't even close me fingers without clicking and jamming up. Anyway, I'm fit for the knackers yard, so to speak. And me bike's knackered as well. Yes, they do, Dr. Snorkel. Yes, they do. Do you believe they don't, or do you believe they do? And where are you from, Dr. Snorkel? Have you just been deep sea diving today? I hope you haven't got the bends anytime. That doesn't sound like it would be much fun. The bends. Is it called the bends? By the way, Dan, when you went to Heaven Cemetery, you weren't trying to find me by any chance, were you? To see if I was in there at that point. Because I wasn't in there last night. The guy that locks up Heaven Cemetery and Jarrow Cemetery said, I can go in Jarrow Cemetery at night if I want to through a certain gate that's open. He leaves it open. I knew about that gate, but the last time I went there, it was locked. He says, well, he doesn't lock it when he's doing it, but some of the other ones, when they're on their shift, they sometimes lock it, which is not great because then you've got to do pole vaulting over the fence. I don't pretend, Dr. Snorkel. I do believe in them. You silly Billy. Are you deluding yourself or something, mate? Are you saying they don't exist? Are you trying to seek attention by saying they don't? Sounds like you are to me. Yes, I do. Stop arguing, or you'll be straight out the door. Don't accuse me of lying, because I don't tell lies, okay? I always tell the truth. If you don't believe us, hook us up to a lie detector test, and you'll see I'm telling the truth. I'm not going to argue with numbskulls, mate. He's just trying to get a rise out of us. Yeah, I'm not making any money, mate. I'm not seeking attention. I like making videos, and that's about it. Oh my god. Who is this guy? Is it Dr. Phil in disguise? Let's do a little test here. How many people in the room think I should put up with somebody coming into the chat trying to cause deliberate hostility by calling us a liar? Do you think I should put up with them or get rid of them? What do you reckon? So, are you not seeking attention right now? What are you doing? I would say what you're doing is exactly that. You're seeking attention by trying to come in as Mr. Hostile. The rods. You mean the dowsing rods? Nah, no, I don't touch them. I've tried them in the past, briefly, at the paranormal group I was in, I think. No, it wasn't it. I think it was when I went to Sunderland Air Museum. Um, Sunderland Air Museum, somebody had dowsing rods, I think, and I tried them. Don't get the rods out. Were you once a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Dr. Snorkel? Or Jerry Springer or something? Yeah, you're not helping anyone in here. Who wants to keep who thinks I should keep Dr. Snorkel in here? Let's have a vote. How many think I should keep him in? Let's have a show of our hands, if possible. How do you know they don't exist, Dr. Snorkel? He doesn't know how he doesn't know how they don't exist. He's just basically saying it with no evidence to back it up. Oh my god! I think I know who these people are. It's obvious. It's obvious you're an idiot, and it's obvious you're going to get kicked out now. That's obvious. So obvious. Um, yeah, this is what you call harassment, and it's a crime, by the way. Harassment is a crime. Does anyone agree? Does anyone agree that harassment is a crime, especially if you do it more than once? It's definitely harassment. Yeah. Yeah, but you can only be harassed if you let them harass you. If you don't want to be harassed, you don't have to be. So is anybody still here besides the bullies? Because bullies always hang around in twos and threes and upwards. They don't hang around by themselves, you know. Nah, I've kicked them out. I think I know who it is. It's very childish behavior, is what it is. childish behavior, like behaving like Karens. Like you see in the Auden videos, the Karens, those try to start trouble over nothing, try to accuse you of doing things you're not doing and stuff, making stuff up, twisting things out of all proportion. That's what they're doing. The fire starters, starting to spark, making a spark to start a fire. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to cause negative energy. Negative energy, you see. Anyone who tries to start negative energy is not worth bothering with. I've learned that. Negative people are everywhere. Negative spirits are everywhere. That's the sad state of affairs. There's good spirits, there's bad spirits, there's negative living people, there's negative dead people. But you don't have to speak to them. That's the thing. You say you don't have to speak to anyone that's disrespecting you. If I'm not disrespecting them, why should they disrespect me? Yeah, I know. Yep, that's exactly right, Dan. Well said. Very well said. DJE Media gets the same sort of treatment. Have you seen some of his videos where he was there was a guy somewhere accused him of recording children. It wasn't just him. A few auditors have got that sort of treatment just because there was kids around somewhere where they were making the video, and they automatically assume. Well, they don't really assume they're doing it. They just use it to try and get them in trouble. That's what they do. They know they're not doing that. You know what I mean? Yep, that's how it is. Yeah. Why is it people always trying to make other people look bad? Do you think? Because ultimately they're just making themselves look bad because they're going on like idiots. You know what I mean? I don't know. You think it's like a jealousy thing or something? I don't know. Dan, was it you that said you wanted to camp out in a cemetery, like do a stealth camp? Was that you that said that? Reflective tactics. Is that what you said? Reflective tactics. It wasn't meant to be reflective tic tacs, was it? Apparently, them things, as far as I remember, they were a bit shiny, like the mint ones. I could see me reflection in them. Reflective tic tacs. What's that bit? All camp out. Oh, camp out. Anyway, do you do camping like do you, Dan? The thing about when they pick on people like on these auditing videos and they say, "Oh, you're recording children and all this." Even some of the staff do it in the places where they go, these buildings they go to, like um, these people don't realize that's not illegal. That's not illegal to do that. You know, and them the auditors always point that out. the point out they're not going there to specifically record children, but if there's any children around and they get in their camera view on their footage, it's not illegal. There's nothing illegal. There's no laws being broken. And these people always try to twist it into something else because they hear all this stuff on the media all the time about, you know what the media go on about, you know, the Jimmy Savile stuff and similar and all that. And they try to, do you know that they haven't got any common sense? Like, all right. So when was your last camp and where did you go? Was it a stealth camp? Do you do like stealth camping or just like camping out where you're supposed to camp type places? So are you able to carry a tent in your backpack on the bike, or is it a bit heavy to do that? Do you have to like walk with it, like Blood Outdoors does? Because he doesn't. Although he was on an electric bike at one point, because I think he was trying to promote it. He got sent it for free to promote the bike or something like that. All right. Is that for a camping thing on the beach? Camping on the beach? Whitley Bay. All right. Did you ride all the way to Whitley Bay from Walker? It's quite a long way, isn't it? Although you probably didn't, come to think of it, because you said you had your dogs with you. Unless you had them in the backpack as well. Or you've got like a little what do you call it? A little basket on the front and one on the back as well. Like a rack with a thing on it. All right. I forgot you said on the metro, but you can't take bikes on the metro, so you know it's certain times apparently, but you can't. What's that thing about you can take a bike on the metro, right? But you can't get off at Newcastle. You can't get off in Newcastle at any of the metro stations if you've got a bike. What's the point of that? I don't get that. Like, I think everybody else has left. Are you saying you can get off at the central station if you got a bike, or you can't? Because where I read was you can't get off the metro with your bike at any Newcastle metro stations. But there's a lift in all the metro stations. There's lifts. You can go in the lift, can't you? With the bike. There's also the stairs. If you can manage to push it up the stairs, you know. All right, no problems, Dan. Well, thanks very much for coming in once again and chatting and providing some information and helping us out and everything. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Is anybody else in here that wants to chat at all? providing you're not full of hostility for no reason or some mysterious reason, like the last two that got kicked out. Some people are so angry these days, aren't they? Like, angry about what? I don't even know them. Well, I don't think I do, but you never know. So what's everyone got planned for the rest of the day? Anything exciting, interesting, or anything like that? Anything? I think I'm going to have to invest in a wheelchair soon. One with a motor on it and several gears, different speeds, so you can go fast and stuff. I'm going to be like Ironside, the ghost hunter. The Ironside ghost hunter. I don't know. Is there anyone here who is talkative or friendly? Anything else? I don't think we need to bother with. No hostility. Nobody that's angry about God knows what. I don't know. Not angry at me for no reason. If you've got a legitimate reason to be angry at us, I'll talk to you. Try and find out what you're angry about. But apart from that, you're just here to just be nasty. I don't want to know. Do, 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 do. Does anyone like Andy Bell? Anyone like Andy Bell? He's got a brand new album out. It's called 10 Crowns. Anyone heard it? Anyone? I think Nick Kershaw's got a new album out as well, but I don't know what his is called at this point. Nick Kershaw's kind of underrated these days. His last few albums didn't do very well. I don't know why. Even his record company dropped them. I think was it Universal? Maybe been Universal. I think I'm not sure. Was it Warner Brothers? Key, what's that? Key Glock has a new album. Who's Key Glock, Alex? And how are you doing? Where are you from? Are you from Northeast England? Or are you from somewhere else that isn't in the northeast of England? Oh, my eyes itching like. I don't know who Key Glock are. Oh, he's a rapper. I'm not really into rap music unless it's Eurodance, like Captain Hollywood Project. Yeah, Master Boy, Pharaoh. You know them that sang "There Is a Star." I can't even sing the baby. It's hard to sing that one. Is he an English rapper or an American rapper? Hope he's not a Russian one. They're the worst for a rap. Russian drives you up the wall. You need to go and lie down with some cucumbers over your eyes and a sedative after you've been listening to some Russian rap. I tell you that much. American. All right. So you're a big fan of his, are you? Flashing Hopkins. I don't know him either. Sinners. I don't know Sinners. Are you from America, Alex? All right, which part of America are you in? Blues singer. All right. I don't know any of these people you mentioned. Like, so you don't like Andy Bell? Then I'm assuming from Erasure. He used to be in Erasure. I don't know if he's still in Erasure. He might be sometimes. I don't know. He probably is. He's just doing solo stuff at the minute. You're not in New York by any chance, are you? Are you still there? everyone's everyone's disappearing. Is it me aftershave? Might be. Are you watching this on Smell-O-Vision? Anybody else heard the new Andy Bell album by any chance? Pet Shop Boys had a new album out not that long ago as well. Oh Lordy, trouble so hard. Oh Lordy, trouble so hard. Why do some people leave in the middle of conversations? Is it because I wasn't into the same music as them? Probably. I don't know. Yep. Some people won't talk to you if you don't like their music. Well, that's their prerogative. I can't like it if I don't know it. I don't like rap music, but unless it's electronic dance music. Electronic dance music. Yeah, I could set a new trend by attaching the crucifix to me nose. It could catch on, you know what I mean? Everyone will be doing it eventually. Just kidding, but you know. Well, we've reached the dead patch. It's appropriate since this is mainly a paranormal channel. But mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So would anyone else like to talk before I leave or not? So as I say to the ghosts, if you would like to speak, now's the time to do it, or forever hold your peace. These people that think ghosts don't exist. I'm surprised they believe custard exists. You know what I'm saying? If it weren't for the fact that when they go to the supermarket, they see Bird's custard on the shelves. If they didn't see it there, they probably wouldn't believe it existed unless they'd had it from somewhere else. Like, I don't know. Some people, if they can't see things, they can't hear it, think it doesn't exist because their mind's a bit. I don't know. Because there's lots of things that exist that you can't see, but you know it exists. Bluetooth exists, but you can't see it. Wi-Fi exists, but you can't see it. For the most part, electricity exists. You can't see that either. For the most part, wind exists. You can't see it. You can feel it. You see things move with it, but you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? There's lots of things you can't see, but you know exist. But for some reason, these people that don't believe in ghosts simply don't believe in them because they haven't seen one and they haven't heard any. That makes no sense. because you have to use equipment in order to pick them up. But they don't do that, you see. They just make assumptions based on nothing other than their own decision-making mind. That's it. They've just made a decision. Oh, I've decided ghosts don't exist because I haven't seen any and I haven't heard any, so therefore they don't exist. That is not a scientific way of looking at it, is it? That's just based on an opinion and nothing more. Nothing more, nothing less, just an opinion. You can't base the existence of ghosts only on just an opinion. That doesn't hold any water, does it? No, it doesn't. For instance, I haven't seen Clint Eastwood in person, but I know he exists. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen him in films, we've seen him in interviews, seen him on the television. So there's proof he exists, I suppose. But like, when it comes to ghosts, they don't appear on television. They're not in movies. Well, they might be somewhere, but you don't always see them. Anyway, you hear them more than you see them, and that's a fact. Well, everyone's having a sponsored silence once again here in my live chat today. I don't know why, but anyway, that's the way it is. As the great Bruce Hornsby once said, that's the way it is. Actually, he didn't say that. He said it's just the way it is. Not that's the way it is. I think he's making a comeback, Bruce Hornsby. He used to be Bruce Hornsby in the Range. He works on a farm now, so his new album is titled Bruce Hornsby and the Free Range Eggs. Just kidding. He changed the name of the group, you see. Right then. Mr. Popularity. Mr. Popularity. Can anyone guess what movie that's from, Mr. Popularity? Said by a very famous actor and director in a certain movie. Anyone know which movie that is? He's sitting on the couch or something and he's going, Mr. Popularity, Mr. Popularity. Anyone know? Name the movie where he says that, Mr. Popularity. Because that's where I got it from. That's where I got it from. I think I might go back to sleep, actually. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Very sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. I'll hypnotize myself. I haven't got a pendant, but I'll just use my finger. Hang on, it looks like windscreen wipers for my glasses. It looks slow motion as well. What the hell's going on? I can do the moonwalk, look. It's called the moonwalk in midair, look. Do you know why Michael Jackson used to do the moonwalk? Because it's satanic. It's called satanic inversion, where they do everything in reverse. It's Satanism, reversal, doing everything backwards, speaking backwards, writing backwards, walking backwards, putting messages in songs backwards. It's all satanic. So it looks like Michael Jackson was probably on the bad side, even though he appeared to be trying to expose some things, but was he really? We don't know. He might not have been. Because all these family, Janet Jackson, Latoya Jackson, Jermaine Jackson, they're all part of it. They're all part of the same. Anyway, we're not saying too much. Shh, can't talk about that. I can't talk about that stuff on here. We can't talk about that stuff. Right then. We'll wait till it goes to 0, and then I'll close the live stream because no one wants to talk. No one wants to talk. It looks like that way, doesn't it? Is it the Christmas pajamas? Is that why you don't want to talk? Because you don't like me pajamas? That's not a valid reason, you know. There's more to me than me goddamn pajamas. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge a person by his pajamas. That's what I've got to say. If you could just look past the pajamas, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Just try and get beyond the pajamas. You might have a decent conversation. If you could just get over your judgment upon my Christmas pajamas, or might have a decent conversation, or might. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, right, this is becoming exhausting now. I'm getting extra tired now. It's like trying to talk to the slugs in the garden. I could get the same sort of response. How are you doing, mate? What's that? All right, I see. Yeah, exactly. Anyone ever had a conversation with a slug? Ever? Slug? Slugs are not very talkative. You don't have to type that in on Google to find that out. All you have to do is go outside in your garden and wait till a slug comes along and try talking to him. You'll get no bloody response. I'm telling you now. I've tried. I've tried until I'm blue in the face. Ask them why though. I was like leaving them trails everywhere. They don't say anything. You know what I mean? Ask them why though I was coming in my garden and not the guy next door. No response. Nothing. They've got nothing to say. Nothing at all. I'm starting to think they might not have any ears. Does anyone know the slugs have ears? And if they do, where the hell are they? Because most people's ears like stick out from the head, but slugs are just all smooth. There's nothing there, you know, unless they've just got a couple of little holes somewhere where they can hear through, you know, like perforations, like the ones in some of them tea bags, you know, perforated tea bags. Has anyone got their ears pierced? Because you've been listening to too much loud music? But bum. You know, I've got a friend on here. He says my channel's doing really well. You should be in here right now, and you'll see that it isn't. I try to tell him, but he doesn't believe us. He doesn't believe us. Nobody wants to talk, man. They like to watch, but they don't like to talk. Some of them. Yeah. Some people like to ignore you more than anything else. Anyway. Well, thanks for listening, and thanks for chatting, the ones that did. I'll catch you all on the flip side. I'm now going off to make a new album, so I'll let you know how it goes. I might even ask them slugs to join in if they have good singing voices, but I'm guessing they won't because they don't say anything. So probably not good singers. Anyway, catch you all later. So bye for now. Thanks for coming in. Ta-ra now.